I don't foresee my children staying here. One's done gone, and I'm pretty sure my other one's going to leave. But I hate to see this always be home. But it's just getting in such a mess that I don't never see no brightness in any of it at all. It's just every month you see the meetings, and I don't go to them. I used to go to them years ago and stuff, but it was just like it was the same thing.
You don't see anything get done.
And nothing does, and you just get frustrated and burn out with it. And then, and I know people shouldn't, but some of these younger people and stuff really need to step up. And you don't hear a lot of young people in politics and care or know what's going on, even at their local levels and nevertheless state or federal levels. But younger people need to wake up, and if they love their homes and their communities and stuff and everything, and they need to get together and get their voices heard and stuff. We don't have enough of the younger generation, because they got good ideas and they're smart, intelligent people. But we've got to do something to help save this place, and it's going to the wayside with a lot of these smaller communities and stuff. They're all going by, and there's no coming back from some of the places they're getting, where they're at now financially. They're going to be in a bad way another year from now. And it's sad to see how it's going. And if they just want to pass the buck and get to, put it off till next year, till next month. It's always put it off, and then hope some miracle's going to come. And it's not coming until it gets fixed.
Well, it's crazy though. And I'm not placing this definitely on the finance director, but because your county commission is supposed to know enough that you don't just keep putting off taxes, putting off that. If you do a little bit of time, it's not going. People won't be complaining about it. Do it every year.
That's right. That's exactly right. And until they can get it to, they can keep putting the blame on Jeff and everything. But the truth of the matter is, and he is a friend of mine, but he is been their only saving grace for so many years now. But it's gotten to where it's at the point that he can't save it no more.
I agree with you.
And it's not his job to do that.
Okay. Well, I'm going to run to a hard break.
You sound good, brother, and I'm glad to see you healthy and going, and we'll listen in as you get them all riled up, rocking and rolling here.
Okay, talk to you later.
See you, buddy.
Okay, we'll be back out of these words from our sponsors.
Are you missing out on extra Medicare benefits that you may be entitled to? Hi, my name is Blake McCoy with Independent Insurance Consultants. If you have Medicare A and B and have Medicaid, TennCare, QMB, or receive extra help on your prescription, drug premium, and copays, I want to make sure that you are receiving all the extra benefits that you are entitled to. Call me toll-free today, 1-866-691-5571, and let me help you.
Welcome to RaisX.
RaisX has a friendly service with a family environment with that country kick. It's a family owned with delicious food, offering breakfast, lunch, supper all day long, and great steaks, wonderful salmon. Also, for that sweet tooth, pies and much more. For the kids, games, daily specials, dine in or carry out. Call 423-569-3354. Call RaisX today.
Riggs Drugs has been a part of Campbell County for generation after generation, serving our friends and neighbors. And now we have redesigned our store to better serve you. It's the same knowledgeable and friendly staff, but a new look and new technology to ensure you get your prescriptions fast. We've always got you covered from prescriptions to all your home health needs. We've always been more than a pharmacy, still offering a huge selection of gifts and decor here at the new and improved Riggs Drugs.
Hi, my name is Jeremy Pierce. I may not be Jake from State Farm, but I do wear khakis.
I've been here with Linda Kilgore's office for 2 years. I enjoy helping people make a decision regarding their insurance based on their needs and wants. I'm fully licensed. I enjoy selling auto, home, and life insurance. So feel free to come in or call in any time, and I'll be glad to help you.
Now with a full line of independent rear suspension options, the all-new Foreman Rubicon and Rancher automatic DCT models are equally ready to work and have fun. Part of the growing ATV family from Honda.
Hey, folks, Tennessee Outdoors, 1425 Baker Highway, Huntsville, Tennessee, bringing you tonight's show. They are your local Husqvarna. I can't say that word. Husqvarna outdoor equipment dealer, and they feature lawn tractors and zero-turn mowers up to 48 months of 0% financing. And they have. Listen, I got to tell you this, ladies. If you've been looking for a
gun?
pink handle gun or a purple handle gun or whatever, they have a bunch of ladies handguns over there. And they got a lot of guns and ammo and hunting license and fishing license. They got a lot of supplies. Now they're located on your way to Razaks. So you can stop in and see them anytime you go. And I know there's a bunch of you folks going over to Razak now because they're telling me about it. Bob, have you ever been over to Razaks?
No, sir.
I'm telling you what. You take 4 or 3 guests with you. If you order the steak, and if all 4 of them steaks is not as good as you've ever put in your mouth, but just leave the bill there and I'll pick it up.
And we'll go over the next few days, won't we?
They will be good.
They will be. I'll say it wasn't no good, but I had to go ahead and eat it all since it's here. And RL will be by to pick the bill up.
He said, in fact, man, I've done that to 3 or 4, and the guy told me Friday night, he said, you know what? He said, I went over just in order to get a steak on it. He said, but I gotta tell the truth. It's that good. They really are that good. You'd be surprised. That old country restaurant, better they fix that thing up, and I bet you, it's probably seat 100 people, and
Now, I hope somebody recorded that where RL said he'll pay the bill. They've got it recorded here. It'll be on the archives.
If ever lied to you,
It'll be on the archives.
more than once. But anyway, also, True Value Homes in Scott County at highways 27 and 63 at the red light. That folks are selling more homes than just about anyone. So they're doing something right. And you got some property and a small down payment. It's according to whatever you buy. Financing is just not a problem. It is not a problem. Also, Ron's Golf Carts and Flea Market down here, you all know about that. Yeah, I don't have to tell you nothing about that. That's located behind Long John Silver's. And if you like to browse and you just like to look around, he's got that flea market, and it's clean. The guy takes care of it. You just have to go down and see it for yourself to believe it. But tell him that RL sent you. And now, I got Jerry here, and he's going
You want to see what that person wants?
he's going to give you an update. But let me just get this real quick. You're on the air.
Hey, RL, if they don't like steaks over at Razaks, they can go on Friday night and get them some good fish.
It's just good about anything you eat over there. I swear.
Some of the best fried green tomatoes they eat.
But I'm telling you, the guy.
The steak that we had and the steak, it was filet mignon tips, I'm telling you, they was great.
Well, I just appreciate that.
Yep, they sure was. I told them, I said, RL said it was good. I took him for his word, and I found out it's just as good as he said.
Okay, appreciate that.
Thank you.
Okay, now, Jerry is gonna give us an update here. He went to the budget meeting and.
I went to the Budget and Finance Committee tonight, and hang on, we got, City Councilman Bob Fannon's gonna be coming in here in just a few minutes. I'm not staying long. RL went down to the Budget and Finance, and they still haven't passed the county budget. So right now, they passed a tax rate, just being silly, to be honest with you, Carl Douglas being silly. Got them to pass the tax rate, and whoever voted with it, just being silly, of $1.99. It can't possibly cover our budget. It just can't do it. There's no way it's impossible. That was a week ago that they did, or a few days ago, I forget. Last week sometime. Now they've got it, they're looking at either doing a full tax rate of $2.48.21 or
That's a 25% increase.
$2.23.82. One of the two is probably the way it's gonna go, okay? Well,
Wait a minute, you said $2.82?
no, $2.2382. How do you say that? Basically $2.24,
Right,
okay, just a few.
so they cut that thing back in half.
So there's a couple of different options to do, okay? Probably most people are gonna disagree with me. I'm for the 248. I'm for going all the way, okay? It's gonna improve our roads, it's gonna improve our schools. It's a lot of things are gonna be improved by doing this, and there's future money in there for roads and for schools to help improve, okay? My point is what I believe, and if you disagree with me, that's fine, and Mr. Fannon's a businessman, he might even disagree with me, but hopefully he'll agree with me, I don't know. But my thing is, if we invest in these things, we've not been investing in them in years, we've been maintenance of effort, bare minimum things, and I'm using that word bare minimum because I'll get to that in a minute. Bare minimum things out for years, and you see what shape we're in this county, okay? I heard you when I come in saying, we're gonna have to have a tax increase, because they put it off for year after year after year after year, okay? So now they've got an opportunity to do something. Yeah, for the first few years, it's gonna hurt. But it also includes an industrial recruiter, possibly buying some land that if industrial recruiter goes out, he can actually tell the business, hey, we've got some land for you to actually put your business on. Something to entice people to come in here to do. Right now, we don't have any of that. So we don't have any way of enticing anybody to come do business with us, okay? So for me, I'm thinking, I'll have to pony up the extra money. Mr. Fannin owns property in the county. He'll have to. I don't know if you own any property here or not.
I sold all my property everywhere.
Okay. So, but if it's going to, one lady was sitting there and she had her grandchild with her, and she said, I'm for improving this situation, so my grandchild is going to have an opportunity to come up, okay? Well, we've got an opportunity to do that, and yeah, it's going to hurt, okay? But I heard you say it's something they should have done a little bit at a time, and we talked about that before.
Yeah.
They should have been doing this a little bit at a time, and you probably wouldn't even have noticed it.
Right,
You wouldn't even have noticed it. So, and there's an opportunity probably in the spring, I think they said during the presidential primary, of putting a referendum on of adding the half-cent sales tax that we have an opportunity to put on. And if you add that, you can take the property tax back off.
Well, let me tell
Some
you.
of the property tax back off. But let me make this point, RL. And it really irked me, and I finally spoke up. And one good thing that E.L. Morton, county mayor's doing, he and Johnny Bruce, who's over this committee, they let citizens interact quite a bit tonight. I mean, really, quite a bit of citizen interaction. And the courtroom was full. A lot of interaction. I don't know if that's proper or not, but they're letting people do it, okay? And they're letting people give their opinions, and they're asking people's opinion. I finally gave an opinion after one commissioner said, well, what's the bare minimum we can do in this situation? And I said, I used the word I shouldn't have used. And I said, that just, makes me mad that here we have an opportunity, and this one commissioner's going back, what's the bare minimum we can do? And the bare minimum is what's got us in the situation we're in.
Well, I want to do, one thing I want I'd caution you on, is the increase in your tax, you can only go to 9.7 cents. You can't.
9.75.
Right. And that half cent, it generates a lot of money. And you need that for a real rainy day situation.
Well, but you can.
And you can't just automatically put that on. That has to be.
It has to go on, it has to be on referendum on a vote.
Referendum.
It's been on referendum, Bob it's at least twice, hasn't it? I voted for it both times, okay? Because we've got all these people coming from out of state and all this, the tourists and all this. You know, it gets them to help pay some of the bills here. Yeah, it's gonna be, and Mr. Marlowe made a statement tonight, and he said, really, when you go buy something at Walmart and all that, if you pay $10, $20, the way that half cent works, you're probably not even really gonna ever notice it,
You won't.
You're probably not ever really gonna notice it. It's just not gonna be that big a deal. But when you add into thousands and thousands and thousands of people paying an extra half cent for every dollar, it adds up. And Mr. Marlowe said that Mr. Marlowe made the statement that his calculation is somewhere between $950 and $1 million per year that it should bring the county. And if we get that on, they can go bring your taxes, the property tax back down that amount. So it's how you want to do it. So if that sales tax thing comes back up, I'll vote for it again. I'll vote for it again. I'll be for it. But my feeling is we've got an opportunity to do something here to move this county forward. And we've got some commissioners still sitting down there wanting to do the bare minimum. It just irks me that just the bare minimum thing just kills me.
My recommendation would be that you look down here and you bring it to a certain level and say, we're not quitting here. We've got to start to get it to somewhere where we're not going to hurt you this year so bad. We're going to hurt you a little bit at a time and get this thing back into focus, because it is, like you said, it's out of shape.
It's been way out, like you say, out of focus. It's been out of shape. It's been out of focus for many years, because if I remember correctly, Rusty Orrick last year pointed out that during last year's budget cycle, 11 out of the last 12 years, it's been maintenance of effort across the board for every department for 11 out of 12 years. And that 12th year that they raised the taxes, they only did it because the state BEP fund in the schools said they gave less money than was expected, and they had to raise that money up. So they had to raise taxes. It's the only reason they did it then. And that was the only money raised up then. So it's not like they've tried to vote to do anything to improve the county. Now, yeah, it's going to hurt. It's going to be difficult somewhat, but we've got an opportunity to finally do what I feel like is the right thing and take a chance. Take a chance, and that's all it's, improve the county. There's going to be about $1.5 million extra, the first $1.2 million the first year to do roads. Okay, the first year. So on top of the regular I think they said $720,000. So the first year, there's gonna be about $2 million worth of roads. Those folks up in White Oak that need that road fixed, that road's gonna be fixed this first year. If this passes, that road's gonna be fixed. And I don't know if you've been up through there, Bob, you been up through there?
Yes, I have.
That road needs to be fixed, don't
It's tough.
it? It's bad. That road's bad. And they've got kids riding school buses going to school up there. It's bad. So that's all I got to say. We'll have more to talk about on Wednesday night. We'll talk about this more. Appreciate you, RL. Let me know how that goes. If I need to come in, just let me know.
Okay.
I'll help you out. We'll do.
Okay.
Maybe I can get Bob to come and visit with me sometime.
Okay. Appreciate it, buddy.
See. Now I'm gonna tear this, huh?
Stay right here. Say my thing.
But you ain't leaving for a minute, because
No.
we've got a lot.
We'll go over a lot of things. The only thing that I would do with the county is probably senior citizens 65 or over. I would freeze their taxes.
Absolutely, I agree with that.
I first, before I raise the taxes, only on their primary home, okay?
Right.
And And if they made more than $78,000 a year, they would not be exempt. Okay, that's the only thing that I would change. But I would freeze the senior citizens' primary home if their income is less than $78,000.
What's the $78,000, Bob? What's that significant?
$78,000 is a medium in the state of Tennessee.
Okay.
And it was when the sales tax of the state of Tennessee was put in under Sunquist, was talked about, never put in. 78,000 was the medium. If you didn't make more than 78,000, it wouldn't even pertain to you.
Okay, I'm interested. I didn't know what 78,000 was for.
That's a good medium number.
Right.
And 92% of the seniors do not make 78,000.
Right.
There was a call coming in while we was making the change here. Call that, and we'll get that call, and then we'll get here into it with Bob. And we're gonna keep Bob till he gets everything he wants out, or 10 o'clock comes up on us, one or the other.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Appreciate that.
Are you through, Bob?
I'm through with you.
Oh, you're through with me? I appreciate that.
Thanks, Jerry.
See you.
All right.
So everyone who called there, if you want to get your call in here before we get started with Bob, because I know
Well, I told you I would come up here after the city council workshop, and then next Monday maybe the city council meeting, and a lot of things were discussed. And went through. We had almost fisticuffs between the mayor and Hanford Hatmaker. It was something to behold. You know? And yes, and the courtroom was full. Okay, it was full of these. Okay. So it's something we have to manage. Go ahead and get those
because they've been trying to get in.
Okay.
Well, I missed them again. I'm sorry. I'd like to get you in and then let Bob do his thing. But just hold your calls. Let him get this done, because at least next
5 or 6 things is going to happen. Next Monday, our regular meeting at 6 o'clock we've got a problem. Number one problem is up at the street department. Some people have bought the Ellison property, and we happen to build buildings on the right of way to get to it. And so we're going to try to work something out to purchase the property next door so we can have room for expansion, plus put the right of way back in. Another thing is that's discussing, of course, the Lions Club is going to have first week of August. I think the carnival back downtown, it was very successful for the Lions Club, which made all their money goes to eyeglasses to these people, and I think they made $8,000 to $10,000 in the spring. So we hope they do that well again in the 1st of August.
You're talking about this next week after next?
Yeah, the 1st of August. I don't know exactly 6th through.
Oh, okay.
Like
Well, at start not this Thursday, but the next one.
somewhere in there. Okay. We have a lot of problems lately with our situs report. What a situs report means is make sure your sales tax dollars goes to the right city. And the city of LaFollette has been losing hundreds of thousands of dollars a year because of 2 things. Number one, the new GIS mapping code of the state of Tennessee, they square it off and they chop you off at your borders. If it's happened in LaFollette, it's happened in almost every city in the state of Tennessee. It was a poor decision to do, but they did it and they chopped us. And we have to wait, even though the state has admitted that it's our money, we have to wait to August before, and we've known for 3 months, we have to wait to August to fill the forms out to get our money back. We have put Stan Faust and Joy Ellison in charge of our situs reports from this point on, because we have not had a city administrator, and we will keep them there even after we hire a city administrator. We're also going to put Stan Faust on the 911 board, because some of our own problem is we've been giving Jacksboro addresses to residents and businesses inside the city of LaFollette because of this mapping code the state of Tennessee done. Whether And we heard from our attorney tonight, and we can change that. And we will, after Monday night, we're gonna vote on it, and we're gonna give all the businesses that is involved, including Riggs Jacksboro is one of them, at least 60 days to get a mail, maybe a post office box at Jacksboro so that they don't lose. Because when we do this, change the addresses back to La Follette, they've got to have a place for them to send it. And if Jacksboro is going to do the delivering of the mail and it's going to La Follette, it's a problem. And so we're going to make sure that the people know what we're doing and why we have to do it. And we're hoping that they will suggest that they can
Recover any of that money that's been.
we can only recover 1 year. This has happened, one business, for example, it's happened 5-6 times since year 2000. We get it corrected, they mess it up. We get it corrected, they mess it up. So it's no telling how much. There will be some lawsuits filed against some municipalities, some counties, the state of Tennessee, and the United States Post Office from the city of La Follette, because we can continue for our taxpayers to lose that much money. And it's one of the most important things we've got on our agenda. And they're just saying, hey, let's just get what we can back and start forward. No, I want it all back. I mean, just imagine if we had all the money back that we've lost since the year 2000, our tax rate would probably gone down 50%, okay?
Yeah.
So that's big.
Well, now, where does it actually, you lose Charlie's Pizza?
I can't say names.
Oh.
Okay, you can't say names. So, but anybody down on that side of the town coming this direction, I can say Riggs Jacksboro, has our 0911 gave them a Jacksboro address, so Jacksboro is delivered, and the size report at the sales tax is going to Jacksboro. I mean, I can know that. I know that from Riggs Jacksboro.
Right.
Okay. So that's the only one I could say, but we're gonna deal with the rest of them. We should have dealt with it 10 years ago, 15 years ago, because it's been happening off and on. We corrected it, they mess up again, happens again, we straighten it out, and messes up again. So no telling how many hundreds of thousands, even maybe 6 digits,
Right.
that we've lost. We're gonna hire a city administrator come next Monday. We're gonna hire a new police chief next Monday. We've already appointed a new fire chief, effective July 24th. Gary Bird, who's has been at the city for years and years and years, is stepping down and retiring after the month of July. And so a lot of things going on in the city. We balanced our budget. We paid for all our equipment that we needed out of the capital outlay, because we had some addition. We had our fund balance was large enough that we could buy the trucks and the police cars and stuff out of our fund balance, but we balanced our budget, and everybody got a 2% raise. The police officers got $1 an hour, which is around $2,000 a year raise, plus a 2%. So we're trying to get them up higher, because we've had a tremendous amount of turnover,
Right.
because we don't pay our officers well enough.
No, Jacksboro, you pay better than.
No, I don't. I think our starting salary now was $27,500. I think it's a little bit more when it comes hits next month. I think it'll get up to $28,900. So that's not bad for a starting salary.
Right,
But,
right.
you know, police officers and school teachers are underpaid.
No question.
And the armed forces. I mean, you know, I get so aggravated. I've been brought into several of these problems where we've had a serviceman from this county injured, and while he is in combat, his wife, there's something called TRICARE that takes care of their insurance. They should be able to get that the moment they are deployed to a battlefield.
Right.
Their family should have insurance card immediately.
I agree with you.
And so on the state level, on the federal level, pharmacists is working on that. But we've had 2 or 3 things happen. Go ahead and answer that if you want to.
Yeah, they've been calling several times. You're on the air.
Yes, could you tell me where that restaurant is that the RL keeps advertising?
Oh, yeah, and this is RL. I can tell you where it's at.
Okay.
Do you know how to get to Huntsville?
Oh, yes.
Okay, you go all the way through Huntsville. It's the second red light. There's only 2 red lights in Huntsville. So you go to the second red light. It's a dead end, and you run into 27. You take a right, and it's about 4 miles up, and you'll see a big plastic bowl on top of the restaurant tower. It don't look like a restaurant, but you'll see it, and you'll see a lot of cars. If you go over in the evening, it doesn't make any difference. And if you like fish, or if you like steak, I'll tell you, the best pot roast I ever ate in my life, I ate it there.
Okay. Was wondering where it's at. Well, sure, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Well, I'm glad I got, because it was commercial time anyway. We'll be back after these words from our sponsors.
Are you missing out on extra Medicare benefits that you may be entitled to? Hi, my name is Blake McCoy with Independent Insurance Consultants. If you have Medicare A and B and have Medicaid, TennCare, QMB, or receive extra help on your prescription, drug premium, and copays, I want to make sure that you are receiving all the extra benefits that you are entitled to. Call me toll-free today, 1-866-691-5571, and let me help you.
Welcome to RaisX.
RaisX has a friendly service with a family environment with that country kick. It's a family owned with delicious food, offering breakfast, lunch, supper all day long, and great steaks, wonderful salmon. Also, for that sweet tooth, pies and much more. For the kids, games, daily specials, dine in or carry out. Call 423-569-3354. Call RaisX today.
Riggs Drugs has been a part of Campbell County for generation after generation, serving our friends and neighbors. And now we have redesigned our store to better serve you. It's the same knowledgeable and friendly staff, but a new look and new technology to ensure you get your prescriptions fast. We've always got you covered from prescriptions to all your home health needs. We've always been more than a pharmacy, still offering a huge selection of gifts and decor. Here at the new and improved Riggs Drugs.
Hi, I'm Ann Love with Linda Kilgore State Farm Agency. I have worked in the insurance and financial services industry for over 20 years, formerly with the John R.W. Brown Agency. I'm a native Campbell County and enjoy helping people with their insurance needs. Stop by and see me for all your insurance needs.
Razor, Ranger, Sportsman, Ace. If you live for the outdoors, there's a Polaris to match your passion. Confident, comfortable, capable. That's Ace. With a solo cockpit, automotive controls, independent suspension, all-wheel drive, and up to 45 horses of fuel-injected power. Calling it revolutionary would be an understatement. Polaris, the world leader in off-road innovation.
Okay, we're back, folks, and we'll get to some stuff here just in a minute. And I want to find out, do we have any idea who might be your city administration, who's going to be your chief of police, what happens to Jimmy, all this kind of stuff. But first of all, I want to tell you about Tennessee Outdoors on Baker Highway, and it's on your way, folks, over to RaisX. Yeah, and they got this Husqvarna. I can't say that word. But anyway, the equipment dealer featured lawn tractors, zero-turn mowers, and it's 48 months, zero interest. And right now is a good time because, you know, grasses begin to die out, and so you'll get good deals.
Not in my yard. Okay. All right.
But anyway, especially, it's the only place I see where they have a good selection of women pistols. Now, I'm not telling my wife about that. But anyway, they do have a good supply of firearms. They have ammo. They got a nice country Tennessee Outdoor to sell about anything you need for hunting and fishing. And they got one gun there that starts out at $169, but you know, they're and good folks. I mean, top-notch people. Tennessee True Value Homes over in Scott County too sponsored tonight's show. And you know, Keith Klothfelter, if you know Keith, he's a go-getter. And you go over and sit and talk to him, he'll put you in a home.
He will definitely put you in that.
He'll put you in a home. So, and also Ron's golf carts, Ron even rents carts now.
He does.
Yes. And but he's got a nice 2010 Yamaha down there. So, you know, if you're down on that lake, and if I'm going down there and spending a week, and if I go to Myrtle Beach and I have to get a golf cart and I have to pay $600 a week for it, I can go here at Ron's and I can get it for $400.
And you keep it. You own it. You know, you can buy one and take it, you know, drag it with
Right.
you, and it makes all the difference in the world.
But anyway, Ron sells golf carts and he does and he rents them and all that for you. But anyway, now back to business here, and I know that we've had 2 or 3 phone calls. And I don't know. I'm just getting so excited and talking because whenever we're giving out this kind of information, this is what I like to do.
Well, we need a lot of people next Monday night at 6 o'clock at our meeting, and we had a room full tonight, and there'll be probably a room full next Monday night, but we'll make room for you. Okay.
Well, now, as I was stating there about your chief of police, I know that the chief of police and your previous city administrator, they had problems.
Well, the chief of police, Jimmy Jeffers, will next Monday night, even though we're going to interview him Wednesday at 8:30, it'll be a public hearing and anybody can come. We'll be interviewing 8:30 Wednesday morning. He already has the votes to be the new city administrator. Okay.
Oh, okay.
He already has.
Okay, we learned something the other night. Jimmy Jeffers is going to be your new city administrator.
He was, you know, he already has enough votes to do that. We talked about chief of police, of course, Jimmy and them. If you want to answer that, you can. Yeah.
You're on the air.
RLS, Bob, you can talk your close there. Why Mike Stanfield didn't get no help trying to get that money back off Hansford and them two and one boys going down there on that trail?
Okay, we'll get to that one after you. Yeah, I'll write it down here to make sure we get to that before he leaves, okay?
Well, we did. I mean, we're talking about from Cade, Sexton, and Hansford. We charged them what was on the credit card was $461 each, and after several months, you really don't. I mean, there's no way other than take them to small claims court to get it. And if they choose not to pay it, that's just, they choose not to pay it. But, and they never have paid it, so that's where it stands right now.
Okay, so it costs you a whole lot more than what the...
Oh, absolutely.
A whole lot more. Okay. Appreciate your call, sir. I hope that answers the question. You know, sometimes you can cut your nose off to spite your face. And
well, I mean, you know, if our insurance hadn't picked up to 2 wrecked cars,
right,
then it would have been $45,000. Right. Okay, and then it would have been something different.
Right.
Okay.
You're on the air.
I wanted to talk to Mr. Phantom about the electric department.
Yes, ma'am.
I got my bill. I know that the city of LaFollette put them on the board at the electric department.
Yes, ma'am.
And I had paid the late charge, and then this month, when I got my bill, it was due the 4th. And that's the day after I get my Social Security check, and I just wanted to doing that to everybody.
I will check on that, let RL know, and see what's going on with that. What I do and what I suggest you all do, there's two ways of eliminating that. You can take a level payment. In other words, if your average bill is $150, okay? You can pay $150 a month, and they will take it out of your checking account or whatever whatever you want them to, or a credit card, and they'll take it all out of that. You'll never be late. And then at the end of the year, let's multiply $150 times 12. If you exceed that amount, you pay too much, they'll give you the money back. Or if you don't get enough, it's averaged $160, you'll have to pay them the additional $120 at one time. But that's the way I do it. That's the way my business does it. Level pay, you need to call them down there about level pay, and also about them taking it out of your either out of your checking account or on a credit card. It really helps. It saves.
The electric bill was about $150 a month. It would scare me to death.
Well, I'm just using examples, okay? But they will level. A level bill is your average of what you pay each and every month, and they can level out the last 2 or 3 years and give you a price, and it's much easier for you, okay? Because these cycles may change. As if they change a biller or the way they bill, these cycles may change.
Yeah, she said 150. I got to tell you this is true. My January bill this year, and I had everybody in the TVA and the Plateau Electric to come to my house checking $702.
I'd turn the lights on. Appreciate your call. Call them about level pay.
If you stay on one day, like Comcast Cable, the phone company, and the gas company, all keep theirs right on the same day.
I'll check with them down there and ask you, but call them tomorrow and ask about level pay, okay?
I don't want him taking stuff out of my check. There's enough took out of it. It's with Medicaid and all this.
But you never have to worry about it, okay?
Good to hear from you again. Bye-bye. You're on the air.
We anchored that up now, which I didn't like the anchor on it. Wrong is wrong, and right is right. Tell us about the wall that was broke into. Tell us what happened to that. Explain to the people why nothing there was done about that. Thank you.
Okay. He's talking about the former city administrator's office was drilled into.
Yeah.
And Hansford admit that he did it to get some personal items for Miss Russell. It was given to the DA. The DA did nothing. I mean, all we need to do is hand the evidence over to the DA. If they don't think it's enough to prosecute, they don't prosecute. That was the last DA. I wonder if it happened today, what this DA
it would be a different story.
Yeah. Again, we're at the mercy of the DA.
Absolutely. You're on the air.
Yeah, I was in that bomber. That's the electric bill in there, you know. I get an electric bill in the middle of the month.
Yes.
Wonder why they keep sending pretty much all out Monday, kind of first or third or something.
They have so many clients that they do them in cycles. I'm pretty sure they do in cycles of 3. It's based on your last name, and they do it that way. But I will ask them, okay, and I will.
Easy to run into late charge that way, you know.
Yeah, and again, they have some great programs that fit me, because I'm just like the rest of you. I'll throw it over here, and when I get a chance, I write the check, and sometimes it could be a day or two late. and there goes that late charge. And so I let them take it out of my checking account. I watch for it. I have 5 or 6 things taken out of my checking account, and when I get my reconciliation on my bank statement, I make sure they're correct and all that. But and level pay. I mean, they do an average, and I do level pay. Not only with the electric department, but the gas department too.
Appreciate your call.
Yeah, when's the bridge supposed to be done by?
September, hope. But we need it open, don't we?
Yeah.
But it's going to be nice. Cost us, I think we came a little bit under budget. It's going to be very, very nice, and I hope September. Okay, not far.
You guys got everything pretty well balanced on the budget, so that's good work.
Well, I mean, you know, we got squabbles, okay, but other than that, we balanced it. We used fund balance to buy police cars and trucks for the city, and I mean, and for the street department, some stuff for the rec center, some stuff for the library, stuff for the other departments, police, fire department. We got a brand new fire truck, a $500,000 fire truck. And we had to build a garage for it. I mean, it's so big. So, but it's almost completed. We should have that truck undercover next week.
Okay.
I think you guys did a good job, Bob.
Thank you.
Appreciate your call.
Please.
You're on the air.
Bob, you may tell me that a local citizen would break into that building down there, and the city of Wolf Island, people of police, could not do nothing about it. I believe you're wrong on that deal. I don't believe you have to go to the state attorney general or get something done on something like that. That building was broken into, the lock was filled out, they destroyed property, city property, and nothing was done if a citizen had done that.
You've been in
You
jail.
know, tell people what would happen.
Well, listen, as I said, you know, city councilmen have keys to, not to the rooms, but access to the building. So we can go in and get our mail after we get off work and stuff like this. We can go and look at memos sent from one department to us and everything. So we have a key to the building. You know, Mike and Hansford do not like each other. Tonight, it'll be on YouTube by tomorrow. It was almost to fisticuffs. At the end of the meeting, we had 3 armed police officers behind them. Okay, that's how bad it got. But Mike did everything. He told us he did everything. We pressed charges, took it to the DA, and the former DA did nothing about it. Okay, and so. You know, that's where it stands, and you can't go any further than that. Okay, so
The only thing it would have been possible to have done is if it's.
I was like, if I drilled, I guarantee you, it was me, I'd been in jail. But you know, I'm such a likable cuss, but nothing happened, and there was no harm. Nothing was missing from that except some personal items. I don't think, I don't think that's blown out of proportion. I mean, but it's still stupid to do that.
Right.
All they had to do is ask to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you this question.
Yes.
And I know this. What happened that they almost got to blows? They doing that all the time anymore.
It's just Hansford wants to make his point that Jimmy, when the city administrator came up, that we didn't interview the 35 people. We did interview 11, 12. We did interview, but it was over a period of 4, 5, 6 months, but we did interview. The 5 people that I looked at that I thought was very, very, very good, all but 1 was interviewed. And if I get 4 out of 5 of my people that I thought was very good interviewed, it's fine.
Then you're going to vote for them if they come up?
Well, as I said, Jimmy, has the 3 votes, he will be named city administrator. Now, the police department was there in full tonight, and I brought out a name, Bill Rail. Bill Rail is from here, and he did his police. He worked for police for Knoxville City Police. At age 52, 51, 52, he had met all his requirements for full benefits and retirement. And he put in several years ago to be our chief of police. Now, so he is now putting in again. There wasn't a couple of them or 3 of them, I don't know how many, we'll have to find out next Monday, would rather promote from within. But you don't have 3 opportunities to hire a police officer of the year, not once, but twice in the city of Knoxville. A police officer who's been over 386 police officers in the city of Knoxville, that wrote all the grants for the city of Knoxville Police Department, and most of those for Knox County Police Department. He has his degree in grant writing also. We don't have an opportunity. His interview, when I interviewed him, this was 3 years ago, and they chose not, 3 of them chose not to hire him, was the best interview I've ever heard.
Man, people don't understand, or even some of your elected officials don't understand how much it means for grant writers.
Oh, yes, but this person could not only make his department better, he'll make every department better because he has knowledge, and he also knows people throughout the state that he can get things done. And a lot of our officers down there show their support for 1 or 2 men in-house, but I can guarantee, and I like them all, but I can guarantee you that every officer in the city of La Follette, if we hired Bill Rail in 1 year, would be 10 times the officer they are today.
You're on the air.
Yeah, I was going to ask Bob, is he the same one used to be the game warden?
That's his son. Mr. Rail, that's Mr. Rail, the game warden's son. Okay?
Okay.
All right? And he, as I said, he could, the way Knox City does their retirement, he retired at age 51 or 52 and got full benefits, and he wants to be, his family's from here, and he lives in Powell right now. He owns property here, but his grandfather was the chief of police many years ago, and he wants to be the chief of police. But anytime we have an opportunity to get an exceptional person, we should hire.
Anytime you improve something, you need to.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And we need your help on Monday night down there, because we don't know if we even got the votes to hire him, okay? So show up.
All right.
All right.
Let me tell you something about grant writing. One of the smart things that I helped do in Scott County when I was a county commissioner, we hired a state representative as our grant writer. And folks, that through all this stuff, you know how much we got for roads, for like schools, sewer, you know, to better the Scott County. And so we had to put some, and Oneida couldn't be in it because they were too profitable. They was exempt. $100 million.
Would that be nice for the city of La Follette?
Oh, you're on the air.
Reckon Bill would arrest somebody that broke into the city hall and broke into the door and drilled a hole in the wall.
Listen, when
Property out, reckon Bill would do something about that.
let me tell you a story that I heard from Mayor Haslam when he was mayor of Knoxville. He told me, I called over there to ask, I call people that they look at, you know, list as reference. And Mayor Haslam was one of them when he was mayor before he became governor. And I called, and he returned a call to me. And I asked him, he's about the same thing. Does he play politics? And he said, let me tell you something. He asked for 2 city councilmen to be in my office, and I ordered him in my office. He shows up, and to their face, he said, if you get involved in my police business again, I'm telling the mayor right now, I'm gonna have them arrested. So, I think this man is, hey, but at the same time, he didn't say it hatefully, he said it very, very nice, to a point that these 2 city councilmen, whoever they were, never did it again. That's what Mayor Haslam told me.
What would you say, Bob, happened? What would you say happened that law and that was done like that, and that says pried open, stuff took out of it, and you as a council, people voted for you. You said the good old boys that went on that trip to Nashville, they just spent a little over $1,000. There wasn't no money. We didn't worry about nothing. I heard you say it on the TV.
Hey, listen, I didn't say that. We investigated the DA on the trip to Memphis. The DA insisted we investigated ourselves. The mayor and the other councilman asked Jimmy Jeffers to do it. Jimmy did a very good, thorough investigation, turned it into the DA, and she, when he was the former DA, did nothing. I mean, after it goes that far, we can't. If the DA does not press it, we can't do anything about it.
Appreciate you.
That's exact. We did the exact same thing. There was not enough.
Well, anyway, I got another call. Let me
A citizen that broke in there and done that.
But the thing about it is, that thing.
And that's over. It's over.
And I'm sure this man can't, you need to take that down to the city council and let all, the 4 and 5 make a decision on that and see.
Well, I mean, we can't do it. We can't do it.
There ain't nothing you can do.
No.
Well, you've got 3 things there, and nothing was never done about none of them, but you still ask people to pay taxes. I just don't understand that.
Well,
Okay, appreciate your call. I gotta take another call, okay?
it was pushed to the.
Money going to, spend money going to Nashville, nobody tries to get.
It was Memphis.
It was Memphis.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
But again, you know, we pressed it to the mayor pressed it to the hilt, nothing happened.
You're on the air.
Hey, Bob,
Yes, sir.
the last time that Bill Rail came up for a vote, wasn't they some sort of something went on in that vote, how it was done, or something like that, about some envelopes, and David Young put in a vote or something like that?
Well, I mean, the mayor had asked, I think, that we do it secretly, which is not correct. We can't do it that way. We just have to vote out front. And they were trying to get, what they was trying to do is get a recommendation down to 2, so we only had to vote on 2. I agree, David did put his 2 cents to win, but he signed it, David Young. I mean, there was 6 in there, 6 opinions instead of 5.
Okay, now wait just a minute now. Now this was a vote, it wasn't an opinion, and what he put.
No, this was not a vote. No, sir.
Okay, what he put in.
They were trying to get it down to 2 people.
Well, I saw the thing different from what I saw, and it wasn't 2 cents he put in. But let me ask one other question here.
But David doesn't have a vote. He can't vote on it. Okay,
Of course he didn't have a vote,
No.
and he didn't have no business putting his, what you call 2 cents in an envelope.
his recommendation, he put the recommendation also has to come from the city administrator. Yes.
Right, we can turn it around every way we want to. I've got one other question.
Well, that's just the way the charter rides.
Right.
We can't turn it around. It's just the way it is.
Well, anyhow,
Okay.
is he not related somehow into the part of the local establishment or political party here somehow?
Bill Rail's father was over the TWRA. He was the main man over the county. He married a lady who is kin to William Baird.
In what way?
You know, I've only met Mr. Rail once. The time I actually, it could be it's either his niece or his sister. I don't know. Okay, I really don't know. Daughter.
It's not William Baird's daughter that's married.
It could be, Mr. Hanson. I really don't know.
Bob, you sure are good at this. I'll tell you that. You haven't changed any.
Well, I mean, if I don't know, I don't know, but
Well, now,
he is kin to William Baird, but that has nothing to do with his qualifications.
Bob,
I mean, everybody at this station was for E.L. Morton, and now they're wanting to hang him. I mean, so.
that's not the point. What I'm trying to say is, in this, everybody is hooked to everybody some way into something. And us citizens out here, we get the shag no matter which way it goes.
Well, if you got Bill Rell, the chief of police of the city of La Follette, you would be happy.
Yeah, I got one more call and I've got to go.
Okay, I'm not against, what I like is for everything to be brought out to where everybody knows what's what. Gentlemen, appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thank you. This is the last call tonight. You're on the air.
Hey, Bob,
Yes.
the rail guy,
Yes.
his sister married William Baird, and she was one of the best teachers that Campbell County had.
Okay. William Baird's sister married Bill Rell.
No,
Okay, I'm sorry.
How was it again?
Tell me. I really.
William Baird's wife,
Jamie.
Jamie.
Jamie's sister married Bill Rell. Is that correct?
Oh, that's Bill Rail's sister.
Okay, Bill. Okay, I got you. Jamie is Bill Rell. Bill Rell and Jamie are brother and sisters. Is that correct? All right. Well,
She was a really,
that's William's wife. Okay, his brother and
she was
sister.
a really fine teacher.
Well, I'll tell you something. There's no finer man that I've met than just, as I said, I've just met him once in an interview. I've talked to him on the phone 8 or 10 times.
Right.
There is no finer man that I've talked to, and all his references agree that he is overqualified for this position, but we will take him if we. I would love to have him. Okay.
Appreciate your call, ma'am.
All right.
Okay, and Bob, we're out of time, and I'm gonna go over and start having to pay overtime here.
Oh, let's don't pay overtime.
Okay, listen, sorry that our time run out, but folks, Tennessee Outdoor in Huntsville, and I know a lot of you out there like guns, and Mr. Lord have mercy, Verdun, you need to go over there and cause I know you love guns, and get back and let us know what kind of selection you have over there. I appreciate that. And he's your Husqvarna outdoor equipment dealer featuring lawn tractors and zero-turn mowers, and you can get up to 48 months, zero interest. A lot of firearms, ammo, fishing license, hunting stuff, supplies, guns. They start as low as $169. And also, the other sponsors I got over there, you can stop by and see them everywhere. And somebody might even want to buy a trailer or a home. And also, True Value Homes. Boy, they're more than a trailer. They really are. There's modular homes. They're really fine. Boy, some of them is just unreal good.
You build a new home at $120 a square foot. You can buy one of those just as good for $52 a square foot.
That's right. Exactly right. And folks, they got great financing. And then Ron's Golf Carts and flea market down there, I'm telling you, you can't beat it. And hey, I enjoyed just going there and sitting and talking to him. And they end up, somebody will come in and just as soon as somebody comes in and starts, and he'll say, "Can I help you?" And if he needs, he'll just tell me to leave.
That's what I do.
You do me the same way. That's exactly right. So anyway, appreciate it. Thank you for coming by, Bob, and thank Jerry for coming by tonight and making things easier for me. And we'll see y'all next week.